Before Charles Hamilton Houston, the all-star litigator who dismantled Jim Crow, made his mark on America, he thrived right here in Washington, D.C. at the all-black M Street High School. Growing up, he was nurtured by the city's talented 10th community, and Houston was immersed in a culture of higher education, shaping him into what W.B. Du Bois dubbed as exceptional men. This community provided a sanctuary for Houston and other black leaders, activists, and educators, preparing them for the battle against racial injustice. Despite looming segregation laws and a growing population in the nation's capital, the segregation era is defined by the cases won by Houston and the lawyers and judges who followed his lead. This is Season 2 of Who Lives Here, a case for equal space. Houston's journey to prominence began during his service in the U.S. Army in World War I, where he confronted the stark reality of white aversion. Motivated by this experience, he returned to Washington in 1919 to follow in his father's footsteps as a lawyer at Howard University. As the dean of Howard's Law School, Houston elevated the institution's standards and focused its curriculum on civil rights. In doing so, he produced a remarkable 96% of America's black lawyers during that era. His graduates went on to achieve significant victories in civil rights, tackling issues like fair housing, education equality, and minority home ownership. As black populations surged during the Reconstruction era, housing crises and access to equal public spaces became pressing issue. In 1948, Houston achieved a significant triumph in D.C.'s Bloomingdale neighborhood when he successfully argued before the Supreme Court in the Heard v. Hodge appellate case. He proved that racial discrimination in housing violated the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. This victory in defense of a black couple brought an end to the practice of restrictive covenants on housing deeds that had prohibited the sales of property to certain groups of people. When Houston wasn't at the forefront of civil rights case, his protégés stepped up to carry the torch. Despite most of them graduating from Howard University locally in Washington, D.C., they actively participated in nationally significant cases, shaping federal policies. Notable figures like Thurgood Marshall, a native of Baltimore, secured a historic victory in the landmark Supreme Court case of Brown versus Board of Education in 1954, which led to the desegregation of public schools nationwide. And Houston's younger cousin, William Hastie, made history as the first African-American federal magistrate in 1937. And additionally, James Nabrick, commissioned by Houston, played a pivotal role in the groundbreaking 1954 Boiling v. Sharp Supreme Court case, which outlawed school segregation right here in Washington, D.C. These esteemed mentees of Houston worked tirelessly to dismantle systemic barriers to equality, leaving an enduring imprint on America's housing policies and the advancement of civil rights. Throughout history, black men and women have fought for equal property rights for everyone. And I invite you to join me in watching Season 2 of Who Lives Here, a case for equal space, as we embark on a journey to recognize the courageous activists who have shaped America's fair housing history. See you on the next episode. Bye!